But also, it's like this dude that was coming at him is just like, there's a reason why you're a local Philly rapper. You know what I mean?
I understand
Like
that
no
too.
offense, but like it's like he made this little offer. He's trying to stop it. If you don't agree, you don't like it, like then okay. You know?
Meaning, you mean like the Philly rappers should just like calm the fuck down? It's not that serious.
Like whatever happened to ignoring people? Like, oh, so and so just said something stupid. I'm gonna ignore them. Like, if you beefing with somebody and Meek Mill is like, I'm giving radio deals, blah 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 blah, and you like, whatever, nigga. Go back to your beef and move on. Like,
but I think it's like the history, like Meek's history in the streets, though. So I'm gonna say it like this: like if you was heavy in those streets and you was about that life for a while, and then like you elevated, right? And then you got dudes still that's in the streets that's not elevated with you, and they going to war, and you go, well, I'm elevated now, so I'll give y'all this if y'all stop fighting. But don't you remember when, like, 5 years ago or 10 years ago, you was about these streets too, and you would have gone to war for the same thing?
Probably hoping someone gave you a way out.
Or not, because you was heavy in the streets. I think the difference is like, I'm not a street bitch. You not a street dude. And
first of all, watch your mouth. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Anyway, so we don't really get this deep whatever connection it is to be like riding for your niggas in like this real legitimate way where you're willing to put your life on the line with dudes. Like, I don't know. For your gang, for your whatever. If it ain't
neighborhood your mom ran.
Right. Now, if it ain't my husband or my kids or my damn self, I'm not really willing to put myself out there like that.
But if it is, I'm gonna run.
But you got these dudes that's like, I'm gonna kill dudes for dudes because this dude killed my whatever, my friend, my brother, my whatever.
This stretch of land I don't own is under my protection, I guess. I don't know.
No, I don't know, and I'm not even gonna begin to like make light of how deep in people really get with their need to defend like their street family, because these are only family some people will ever have, so I'm not even going to begin to wrap my head around like what it means to people that's in the hood still, because the percentage that actually come up out the hood, the Jay-Z's, the Meek Mills, is so far and few between that they almost don't count in that respect, like they don't really have a say-so. Because while they can offer something, the crabs in the barrel mentality is far better worked and worked on and ingrained in our hoods than the idea of coming out of, like, getting out the hood.
If I may, I want to address something you just said.
Okay.
Like you said, what did you say before the crabs in the barrel thing?
Oh, when I was saying like Jay-Z and Meek is like the 1%?
No, further forward.
Well, nigga, it's not my job to reiterate things I say so that you can rebuttal them. So the point being, my point that I was making, until you can figure out what point you was making,
felt pointed, is
that these dudes are like heavy into whatever they're into, right?
Yeah.
And like the Meeks and whoever, it's rare that they're going to be able, like, I guess what you were probably going to rebuttal was offering somebody the opportunity to pull them up out the hood, maybe. It doesn't have the same appeal because that crabs in a barrel is so well ingrained into their mindset. It's like when you give a dude the opportunity to come up out the hood and they don't. Or they don't want to because they're so used to whatever they're into. So I feel like Meek can't really help these people. Like, he may want to, and there may be one or two people.
So again, the approach.
This is your rebuttal?
This is a new point.
Okay.
The approach to where it's just like, yeah, both of you deal. Like, nigga, I don't rap. I bust guns. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's not necessarily helping anybody. Like, if somebody's like, I'm leaving this gang because I don't have a job. then
if you give them a job, then they might
useful.
get out. Right.
But like, no, it's like, I used to be a mechanic. No, I prefer this. Some people,
right,
they're just doing what they're doing. And I get you want it to stop, but like, maybe he's not far along enough. But if you take away the infrastructure that causes this,
right,
then that's doing something. But just be like, here's $500, young man. Stop being a gangster. It's like,
there we go. And that's what I'm saying, because even still, you could say, I'm gonna get you a record deal. That don't mean shit, because most people want to be independent artists anyway. They don't even want to be a part of a record deal, because that's just a rapey situation.
That's
anyway.
like saying, I'm gonna sell you stop being a gangster, yo. I'm gonna sell you a dream real quick. Cause what if you put out a single and it flops?
Right.
Now
you back to the streets anyway.
These people money.
How long did it take Meek to really pull himself out of the streets?
Now I owe the record company. I owe the record label money, and niggas are still trying to kill me. I didn't
right. You
didn't make enough yet.
Make it. You didn't. And that's why. That's what I was trying to go to with the fact that the Jay-Z's and the Meek Mills. These are like 1%ers when it comes to people who really about that life and live in the hood and are of the hood. There's not like a shit ton of opportunities for them to come up out of it. And when you offer an opportunity to try to get them connected with the record industry or the music industry or get them a record deal, one, you were really saying like the big deal people that's in Philly. You weren't even talking about everybody. So you're not giving everybody the opportunity to come out. You're giving some people opportunity to come out. So the rest of them are still going to be about that hood beef. The other thing is, we look at Stack Bundles. Like, he was... Yes, R.I.P. Like, he was slated to get up on out the hood, like bye, because he was that good. But spending time in your hood only creates this animosity and jealousy from those who aren't making it. So if you give 5 people a shot, you're still gonna end up with people getting shot. Right. Like, this jealousy, this envy, and you don't just get out the hood that day just because you got in front of a record label.
Calvin got a deal. I'm proud of him. Let's go rob that nigga.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, Dave Chappelle. Yeah. But the point being, like, it's not this like A to Z situation. No. It's A, B, C, D, all the way to Z. So you're not really getting them out the hood. You're not helping them solve the problems that they have. And then people are talking about, yo, if somebody kills my brother, I gotta, this redemption song has to happen. This redemption story has to happen.
Right. Revenge. So, you know what? I think people...
There you go. Revenge story.
Now that I'm thinking about it, what probably would have been more accepted from Meek is, I'm getting together with local lawyers or whatever, and we're making sure people's probation is legit or something like that because of what happened to him or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, stay in your lane.
And then
like,
it's like,
there's no shade to Meek Mill that he's trying. Like, I give him credit for trying to say, I want to do something to get this because I want us to stop killing each other, because if they trying to kill us, we shouldn't be trying to kill us. That's the message that Meek was trying to send. I respect that. However, what I don't respect is saying, look, I'll give you this record deal for rappers. It's like, rappers are not the only people that's in the hood beefing, killing each other
either. Put out business parties. 500,000 and nobody dies. It's like, no.
No, right. Yeah, it's like, I'll give you a record deal and you a record deal and you a record deal. And he's not even saying, I'll give you he's saying, I'll hook you up with. It's not that.
And what does that mean?
Selling dreams, Meek. You selling dreams. That's not okay.
Listen. Let's be real. Hood people, whether they're in a gang or otherwise, don't come here talking with your, I got connections, son. Nah, when do I get paid? I don't have time for this. Like, oh, I'm gonna hook you up with somebody that's gonna get you to this guy who's gonna get you in the studio. Okay, all right. When do I get?
But also, not being from the hood, you have to think about that as well. Like the fact that you saying you're gonna get me a record deal or help me out or whatever with my music career, that don't got shit to do with the fact that somebody killed my brother. So at the end of the day, you're not really solving my problem. My problem is the nigga that killed my brother. My problem is not I can't get a record deal.
Somebody killed my brother. I need to figure out how to deal with that, maybe, and not also get arrested myself. And I don't know. And I'm just saying.
And street rules require blood for blood.
I'm just saying, even if
it's in a lot of cases,
if we want to pretend, the person that wants to get out of the hood, whatever, he has no this person has no means to deal with the tragedy that happened. Doesn't have the tool, you know what I'm saying, the tools and all that other stuff. I'm trying to talk about it like an adult. I understand what you're saying. He killed my brother. I mean, killed his brother, his sister, and his mom's. But anyway.
I mean, because that's how people
yes.
solve their problem.
But I'm just saying, again, you're not solving the problem. It's literally like, Doc, someone cut off everything below my torso. I'm gonna get you a couple of crutches. It's like, no, I'm bisected here, sir. I need some help.
Right. Yeah. And I think that's the thing with like Meek making this offer it was very tone deaf for the hood that he supposedly came up in. And that's all I'm gonna say. So when somebody responds frustrated with him, it makes sense because they're like, wasn't you like here? Don't you get what this is? It's not about a record deal or coming up out the hood. It's about, these are my brothers. This is probably my actual brother that was killed or whatever revenge, whatever beef we got. Like, you act like years and years of institutionalized like hood behavior can be solved by a record deal or the opportunity for a job. Like, that's not how that works. Because anybody that wants it will go get it. You went and got it. Jay went and got it. Whoever went and got it. T.I. went and got it.
If these niggas cared enough, and
they would already be doing that.
And put the time in.
And the same energy they put into their hood.
They would already have deals.
So that's not what this is. This is a lot deeper than that. And I think Meek is trying to deal with something very deep and ingrained as if it's mad surface. And it possibly could be, and there's no shade to Meek because I don't know him like that. But was he as gangster as he maybe thought he was, seeing as though he doesn't really get how deep it is and how deep in
that approach
people are.
That approach would be effective for individual.
Or for somebody who's not that deep in.
Right.
And
like
looking for a way out.
If you get some 17-year-old or something like that,
right?
Like you knew him and he's just like, chill, man. You don't need to be doing this. Let me get you some people
that's not really about that life.
Right, exactly. But like,
you approaching niggas that's really about that life, and you asking them
been about that life,
right?
Like,
and you asking them to not be about that life for a check, like that doesn't matter to them.
When you telling stories about how you was young or whatever, run out of the drug house and got shot by a cop and all this, it's just like, where'd that energy go? What happened?
But that's the thing. Once you get removed from something, you can be enticed by something like a job or a record deal possibility. Yeah. But everybody's not looking for that. And you talk about, I'm going to talk to whoever like the hottest rappers are, like from different gangs. You listen, okay, you know what you remind me of, Meek? And I'm just going to put it right out there, and it's rude, but I'm going to do it anyway. That episode with the Bloods and the Crips. With Timmy and them.
I mean, come on.
Come on. Like, that's you. You pulling a come on. And it's supposed to, like, totally, like, make everybody good again. Like the South Park episode.
Marshmallows and ginger ale.
Like, yeah, like, it's supposed to somehow, like, you saying, come on. Like, that's supposed to change everybody's mindset. This is not TV. This is not South Park. Like, you can't do that, Meek.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to see the logic here. Me and you got beef. We was to the point where we was going to kill each other and each other's families. You get a record deal. I get a record deal.
All of a sudden,
hold on. And we both show up. We're in the studio. Maybe different floors or whatever. I just see you in the elevator. It's just like, working on my album.
Can somebody remind this nigga of Pac and Big? Like, just that alone. Like, the paranoia, the crabs in a barrel, none of these things go away. They were so well crafted and deeply ingrained into our community. They're not going to go away because a nigga got a job. They're not going to go away because a nigga's dreams was actualized. That's not how this works. So you can't offer me what I consider bullshit peanuts when I'm dealing with what I believe is something so much deeper than that.
I'm just saying, some of these niggas.
So come on, Meek.
The problem is not that they're not getting money. Some of these niggas is getting money.
That's true too.
So what do you have to offer them? It's like the Dark Knight. You have nothing to offer me. Like, what are you saying right now?
And I think that's kind of where we are. Like, unfortunately, I get Meek's attempt to try to make his hood better. Like, I'm not going to front because I even appreciate it when T.I. was like, yo, keep your beef in your own hood. You know, like, don't bring it to a place that's trying to elevate. Understandable. But everybody is where they are when they are where they are. Yep. You can't offer somebody, you can't offer a crackhead a meal and decide that that's what's going to get them off of crack. Like, that's not how that works.
Also can't offer them a job at a crack house.
True, too. But you can't just say, here, this meal will make it better. Or if I give this serial homeless person a place to live, all of a sudden this is going to make it better. That's not how that works. We have family who works with the homeless and tries to give them places to live. They don't want it. Like, at the end of the day, their lifestyle and mentality is ingrained in them. And you offering them a free place to live, vouchers and everything else is not going to change that. No. So it's the same way for the hood.
You just have to have a better understanding of, just like with anything else, a better understanding of the quote unquote problem. And that by that figuring out a better solution.
A better solution for your community. Yeah.
And even then, not everybody's gonna walk away.
And sometimes it's better for you not to try to pull people out of the mentality they're in, but reach the people that haven't reached that mentality yet.
Right.
And that might be a better way to serve your community than trying to offer up, as I would say, a free meal to a crackhead, expecting them to get off of crack because you gave them a free meal. That's not how that works,
Meek. And sell it for $10.
As altruistic as the thought behind the offer was, it was a little tone deaf. Is that fair?
Yeah, and it made me wonder, like, yo, what's free? I just want to say that. I'm sorry.
But anyway, that's our take on the Meek Mill situation. And I understand why people are coming for him and speaking up about it and not comfortable with how he kind of came out. And then he did it via social media. It was very, it was all tone deaf. It was somebody who's getting money and is now saying, look, if I'm happier with my money, then everybody will be, in my career, everybody will be happier this way. And that's just not...
Nah, not really.
That's not okay. So, that's it.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway, guys, like, subscribe, share, hit the little bell, notification bell for updates. It's me and my wife, and we are out.